It is my honor to welcome you to the first ever Soaring to New Heights virtual conference. We are so excited to come together with you through this new format. I invite you to enjoy educational sessions as well as the virtual exhibit hall and the virtual engagement center. CEUs will be available for registered attendees only. You'll have access to the conference portal for 30 days following conference, and you'll be able to go back and take any classes you missed and get CEUs for those sessions as well. Make sure to utilize the chat function in different settings to engage with your friends and to reach out to people and make new connections. Enthusiasm is contagious, so use that chat function to show how much you're enjoying our time together this year, even if it is through our computer screens. We are thrilled that the IPRA annual business meeting gets to be the opening for our joint conference this year. I would now like to call to order the 2021 annual meeting of the Illinois Park and Recreation Association. Welcome, everyone. Now I will ask the Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation Board Chair, Mike Clark, to come up and report on the Foundation's efforts.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the IPRF Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to present to the membership the annual report for 2021. We want to extend our appreciation and recognize all the members, sponsors, and partners who supported us with their valuable resources and time to advance the mission of the foundation. All of the events, activities, and partnerships were absolutely instrumental in the fundraising and future investment towards the success of the Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation. These fundraising initiatives and the support contributed to our success and are greatly appreciated by those who were able to assist us with our statewide scholarship program and other assistance efforts. While this year has been extremely challenging and awkward for all of us, the focus and commitment to continue helping others remain constant. This was in large part as a result of our dedication and passionate efforts of our fellow IPRF board members, committees, and task forces. I want to recognize and thank all the members of the board, committees, and task forces who remained steadfast throughout this challenging year when our cause and related assistance was needed more than ever. With this being my last annual report as chair, I personally want to say thank you to everyone who has contributed to the progression and success of the foundation over the past decade. It is a team effort, and I am proud to be a part of this dedicated group. I look forward to serving the foundation in a different role and ask that everyone support Mike Keys from the St. Charles Park District as our incoming chair. In 2020, the foundation hosted a variety of events and activities to continue our fundraising platform, and this resulted in generating tens of thousands of dollars to assist others. Just a year ago, we held our annual silent auction and sports experience raffle at the state conference, which generated nearly $11,000. Special shout outs and thanks go to the key leaders in these efforts. So thank you, Kathy Splett, John Wilson, and John Curran. Even though this year is virtual for conference, the foundation is still hosting a virtual silent auction. So please visit our new Facebook page and support us by bidding on some great baskets. Despite the limitations brought on by this global pandemic, the foundation, along with our partners from the sections and committee, also hosted the annual all-section golf outing this past September at Tana Farms Golf Course in Geneva. We secured 120 socially distant golfers and an array of sponsors, which yielded nearly $16,000 towards the foundation and the statewide scholarship program. Thank you to everyone who participated and supported this event, and a special thanks to our golf committee chair, Tim Reinbold, and our IPRF board liaisons and golf committee representatives, Chuck Zolke, Bill McAdam, and Liz Saruto. The IPRF also hosted a Double Good Popcorn initiative that helped generate $6,000 in special assistance for our disaster relief fund. Thank you to all the board members who helped sell, and a special thanks to our events committee representative, Keith Wallace, for his vision and leadership to host this new effort. These initiatives all year long created nearly $35,000 in funds towards our scholarship program and funding assistant initiatives. The year-end endowment of the foundation now stands at $541,729. The foundation awarded several student and professional scholarships, 32 individuals with funding over $16,000 was awarded in professional development opportunities. We want to congratulate all of our 2020 scholarship recipients and also thank our scholarship committee chair, Carlo Capalpo, and university liaison, Lindsay Nicholson of Illinois State University for their tireless efforts towards this vital purpose of the Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation. This program is significant, especially this year during the pandemic. In fact, the foundation stepped it up a notch and created a special financial assistance program related to COVID-19 and pledged 2 rounds of applicant funding opportunities, providing $500 per individual member who has been adversely affected through a furlough or layoff. A total of 67 members were recipients of this special disaster relief assistance program, totaling $33,500 in personal financial assistance of our own members. The foundation is proud of this effort, and we are very happy that we are able to help at this difficult time for our own members and communities. Next, I want to recognize and thank our partners this past year for the creative spirit and collaboration this past year has brought, and their financial support, which brought in an additional $25,000 in revenue, educational sessions for our members, and statewide playground grants. So thank you to our partners Game Time Play Corps, the National Fitness Campaign, and Sourcewell for your support and generosity to the foundation this past year. IPRF was also a proud sponsor of the IPRA Young Professional of the Year Award, IPRA's Pro Connect program, and the 3-part diversity-focused educational series launched this past year. The foundation also embarked on updating our strategic plan this year. Thanks to Ray Okromowitz of our IPRF board for his leadership and effort in this initiative, and also to Greg Petrie of Petrie Consulting Services for his leadership and pro bono consulting services to make this happen. Last, the foundation would like to thank the IPRA board and the IPRA staff for their support and efforts in assisting the foundation this past year. We also want to look forward to working with Doug Damry, the incoming chair for IPRA, in advancing the efforts of the foundation and support and collaboration between the 2 organizations. This now concludes the foundation annual report. I turn it back over to Erin. Thank you very much and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mike. We so appreciate you and the rest of the Foundation Board's dedication to scholarships and the foundation. Further, we want to take this opportunity to recognize Mike Clark, who has served as the board chair for the Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation since 2012 and has now passed the gavel to incoming chair Mike Keys. Mike Clark, we are so grateful for your years of service as the founding chair of the foundation. It is my honor to present to you today a plaque as a token of our appreciation. It is the first ever IPRF past chair plaque, and again, we want to thank you for all you have done for the foundation and for IPRA. The plaque will be presented to you again in person at an upcoming foundation board meeting by the IPRF board. IPRA, along with IPRF, are proud to work with 3 primary partners who have multi-year agreements with us. We appreciate their support. We will now hear from our partner, Playcorps, and their affiliates, Game Time and Cunningham Recreation.
On behalf of Playcore, Game Time, and Cunningham Recreation, we're honored to partner with IPRA in collaboration with the Healthy Play and Recreation statewide training and funding initiative. We celebrate your dedication to impacting health and wellness and improving the quality of life in communities across Illinois. You understand that more than ever, high-quality outdoor environments have proven to be essential to healing the minds, bodies, and spirits of children and families we collectively serve. In March of 2020, we kicked off round 3 of this partnership with 5 professional development events across the state. Communities expressed their interest to implement evidence-based best practices and participate in outcome sharing. Game Time and Cunningham Recreation generously supported the goals and vision of these communities, helping them turn research into practice during a year of unprecedented challenges. The new outdoor destinations they created serve as national demonstration sites of excellence by exemplifying evidence-based design and best practices in one or more of the following areas: nature integration, promoting physical activity and fitness, and inclusive play. To the 2020 IPRA Statewide Healthy Play Initiative awardees, you are resilient leaders dedicated to advancing the field of parks and recreation. You inspire us, and we wholeheartedly celebrate your efforts and success. Please join us in congratulating the following awardees for creating healthier, happier communities through the power of play and recreation.
That was great. Congratulations to the many park and recreation agencies in Illinois who received playground grants from Game Time this year through this important partnership. We will now hear from another important partner for us, the National Fitness Campaign. That was great. Congratulations to the many park and recreation agencies in Illinois who received grants to install fitness courts through the National Fitness Campaign this year through this important partnership. We'll now hear from our final multi-year partner, Sourcewell.
The idea of a new building is exciting, but the idea of having to put together the bid and of having it evaluated, that can be a time-consuming and onerous task. So the undertaking, I wasn't overly excited about at first.
Typically, a bidding process would take a month or two to even get approval. Then you have to post for maybe up to a month and then get approval through contractors, and you still have to manage the project.
When the project came about with Greene County Parks and Trails, there were two things that were a problem. The first was the architectural estimate was already over budget. Problem number two was that the competitive bid process they knew was going to go beyond their deadline that they needed to be in the building.
The Sourcewell project was a real boon to us. It moved so much more quickly by bringing all the other parties to bear under one umbrella, and then we were dealing with one point of contact. That's the exciting thing about it, that it really streamlined the process.
When a government entity is able to utilize the cooperative purchasing contract, the benefit to them is they are able to have design, build, delivery rather than the traditional design, bid, build.
I was just so impressed with the first couple of meetings when all the engineers were present, how smoothly that flowed. You know, the Sourcewell folks were there, the folks from Brentwood, the architects, the engineers, and how quickly that process went when we went from 60% to 95% complete faster than any other time I'd been involved. And again, I spent 37 years with the state on I don't know how many projects. I'd never seen one move that quickly.
It's a story we love to hear. When Sourcewell cooperative purchasing contracts come to life and empower success in the communities we serve. Hi, I'm Sourcewell Client Relations Administrator John Hinkey. Just a couple years ago, I was just like you, taking inventory on a summer park season that was and already dreaming what the next year could be. For nearly 2 decades as director of the City of Cross Lake Parks and Recreation Department, I know what it is like juggling time and budgets for equipment, staff, facilities, and projects. I also know how a cooperative purchasing contract can save you time and money to help you buy the equipment you need with a process you can trust. I get a kick out of helping park and recreation directors stretch resources to help the communities they serve, and I want to help guide you through our purchasing process with more than 400 suppliers already on Sourcewell contracts.
Once again, we appreciate the ongoing support and partnership of these 3 sponsors and all the benefits they bring to our members for discounts and funding opportunities. Please welcome the chair of our Finance Committee, Tim Clear, to provide us with an IPRA finance update.
It has been a privilege and an honor to serve on the IPRA Finance Committee this past year. I have enjoyed working with a great team of finance individuals, including Linda Stryka, Maureen Nugent, Match Boland, and John Baker. Mitch has served on the Finance Committee for 5 years and completes his service this month. Thank you, Mitch, for your time, commitment, and dedicated service to IPRA. We will be mailing out a token of our gratitude and appreciation to Mitch following conference. I am pleased to present to you IPRA's financial position for 2020. Although the financial statements have not been audited at this point, I am confident that there will be no significant changes to the financial position. Based on the financial statements for the year ending December 31st, 2020, IPRA has net assets in the amount of $1,871,454. Net income for 2020 is $36,536, increasing the equity in the association to $1,871,454. This year has been a challenging one financially for all of our members, but IPRA will be most affected by the financial crisis in our 2021 budget. During 2020, IPRA staff did a tremendous job managing these challenges over the 2020 budget and were able to control expenses enough that total net revenue still outperformed the 2020 budget. The Finance Committee would like to take this opportunity to praise the efforts of the IPAR staff and board for their continued success in increasing the organization's financial stability. In 2017, a fund balance policy was implemented. That policy continues to help guide the association's financial stability and to set parameters for investing back into the programs that support the membership and industry. It has led to the important programs and educational opportunities such as Professional Development School, ProConnect, and the webinar series. It also allowed to support of IPRA's scholarship fund. The Finance Committee would like to recognize the IPRA staff, particularly Debbie Trueblood and Barry Franks, for their continued prudent financial management, vision, and innovation. As we move into 2021 and the challenges facing the association's budget brought on by COVID-19 and the financial impact to our members, trickling down in the form of reduced dues and conference revenue. Nevertheless, I'm happy to report that IPRA is a financially strong association. There are sound internal financial policies and procedures in place to support the association and membership. And this will allow us to sustain our services for our members when they need it the most. And together we will prosper into the years to come. Thank you. I will now turn it back over to Board Chair Erin Folk.
Thank you, Tim. We so appreciate you and the rest of the Finance Committee's dedication to guiding our association's leadership in the financial aspects of IPRA. IPRA board members are called upon to perform an amazing number of thankless tasks while contributing countless hours of their time to IPRA. We appreciate all they do and the time they have committed. They're the leadership that you asked to serve your association. They had a challenging year in 2020, but they continue to make sure to meet their responsibilities to you, the member. Again, I am personally grateful for all their support for IPRA and for our members this year. Thank you. As we end the board year, I would like to recognize our outgoing board members. Jeff Fougeroux is completing his term as past chair. Earlier this year, Margaret Resnick retired from the board, and we recognize her today as well. They will each receive their outgoing board member plaque by mail following conference. We want to take this moment to recognize you both for your hard work and dedication to the board of directors. You have each served us well and shared with us your leadership skills and talent. We know that you will always have a special place in your heart for IPRA, and I know that we will always be able to count on your support. At this time, I would like to call Debbie up to recognize our section and committee leaders.
Thank you, Erin. I would like to recognize the 2020 section directors. Each of you represents your unique sections well and have proven yourselves as leaders. I give my personal gratitude for your service, and I would like to recognize for the Administration and Finance section, Director Sue Rainey. For the Communications and Marketing section, Director Josh Hendricks. For the Diversity section, Director Lynette Hall. For the Facility Management section, Director Ethan Williams. For the Park and Natural Resource Management section, Director Ken McEwen. And for the Recreation section, Director Liz Vestine. And the Therapeutic Recreation section, Director Tori Gonzalez. Thank you for your service to IPRA in your respective sections. I would now like to recognize the 2020 Membership Council. Each of you have worked hard to ensure that the Membership Council is a key part of IPRA's leadership team. And together we have identified new ways through the Membership Council to serve our members better through the sections. Again, I am pleased to recognize the members of the 2020 Membership Council. The Chair, Erica Strojink. For the Administration and Finance section, Representative Brett Bonstrom. For the Communications and Marketing section, Representative Laura Finch. For the Diversity section, Representative Jonelle Bailey. For the Facility Management section, Representative Katie McKinnon. For the Park and Natural Resource Management section, Representative Ed Vise. For the Recreation section, Representative Mike Giantasio. And for the Therapeutic Recreation section, Representative Beth Corso. Thank you for all that you do for IPRA and your respective sections. Thank you also to the outgoing committee, joint committee, and task force chairs. For each of you, your leadership has been critical in the advancement of many IPRA programs this year. I am pleased to recognize the following IPRA committee, joint committee, and task force chairs. The Awards Committee Chair, Joe Paulina. The Diversity Leadership Task Force Chair, Orlethea Davenport. The Finance Committee Chair, Tim Clear. The Forest Preserve and Conservation District Task Force Chair, Elizabeth Kessler. The Governance Committee Chair, Jeff Fougeroux. The Health and Wellness Committee Chair, Kelly Carbon. The Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation Board Chair, Mike Clark. The Illinois Urban Forestry IPRA appointee, Jim Warnstead. The IPRF Joint Section Golf Committee Chair, Tim Reinbold. The Joint Conference Committee Co-Chair, Andrew Dahlner. The Joint Coordinating Council Co-Chair, Jeff Fougeroux. The Joint Distinguished Park and Recreation Accreditation Committee Co-Chair, Mike Clark. The Joint Editorial Committee Co-Chair, Carrie Feldkamp. The Joint Exhibits Committee Chair, John Wilson, and Co-Chair, John Curran. The Joint Legislative Committee Co-Chair, Bill Clevenger. The Joint Section Education Committee Chair, Colleen Klein. The ProConnect Board of Regents Chair, Luke Weiss. The Membership Council Chair, Erica Strojink. The Professional Development School Board of Regents Chair, Kelly Sisko. The Program Committee Chair, Carlo Capaldo, and the Roadshow Board of Regents Chair, Jessica Weidman. Thank you for all that you do to support IPRA members through your respective groups. I'm also now honored to introduce the Section Distinguished Member of the Year Awards. Each of these award recipients should be so proud of their contributions to the field and to their sections. So again, congratulations to these award recipients of the Section Distinguished Member of the Year Awards. For the Administration and Finance section, congratulations, Marla DeStico of the Vernon Hills Park District. In the Communications and Marketing section, congratulations to Mike Turson of the Buffalo Grove Park District. In the Diversity section, congratulations to Orlethea Davenport of the Maywood Park District. In the Facility Management section, congratulations to Dave Litwin of the Lombard Park District. In the Park and Natural Resource Management section, congratulations to Dolly Foster of the Oak Lawn Park District. In the Recreation section, congratulations to Dan Lacasio of the Park District of Franklin Park. And in the Therapeutic Recreation section, congratulations to Colleen Klein of the Northeast DuPage Special Recreation Association. Again, congratulations to these award recipients. I would now like to introduce our incoming board chair, Doug Damry, to present several additional awards.
Thank you, Debbie. The following awards
have been nominated by your peers and voted on by the IPRA Awards and Recognition Committee. First, the Outstanding Park and Facility Award. In Division 1, for agencies with an operating budget of less than $5 million, the Facility Award winner is the Wooddale Park District, the Woodlands of White Oaks Park. In Division 2, for agencies with an operating budget of $5 million or more, the Park Award winner is the Naperville Park District, 95th Street Community Plaza. The Facility Award winner is the Glenview Park District, the Grove Interpretive Center. And the overall winner, the award for the agency with the highest score among all Park and Facility Award nominees, is the Glenview Park District Community Ice Center renovation. Now for the Outstanding Program and Special Event Award. In Division 1, for an agency with an operating budget of less than $5 million, the Special Event Award winner is the Maine Niles Association of Special Recreation Spirit End of Summer Party. In Division 2, for an agency with an operating budget of $5 million or more, the Program Award winner is the Glenview Park District Feeding Glenview. And the Special Event Award winner is the Geneva Park District Escape the Mansion. And the overall winner, the agency with the highest score among all Program and Special Event Award nominees, is the Waukegan Park District Virtual Shoebox American Independence Parade. Please join me in recognizing all of these award recipients. At this time, we normally acknowledge the top honorees for the agency showcase competition, but the event has been postponed for the spring of 2021. Stay tuned for more information regarding the date and time, entry categories, and format for the event. I would also like to ask Kelly Carbon, the chair of the Health and Wellness Committee, to present the Exceptional Workplace Awards.
The Health and Wellness Committee was developed to help agencies identify and achieve a high level of health and wellness for their employees and recognize their achievements. Award winners can reapply every 5 years, and applications are posted on the IPRA website. Today, we are happy to recognize 3 agencies as deserving recipients of the 2020 Exceptional Workplace Award. These award-winning agencies have met the criteria, which has included having wellness and diversity policies, conducting regular safety trainings, offering health seminars for staff, and organizing team building activities. Congratulations to the following agencies that have gone above and beyond to show that they are truly an exceptional workplace. Batavia Park District, Downers Grove Park District, and Waukegan Park District. And now I'd like to turn the program back over to Erin Folk, Chair, IPRA.
Thank you, Kelly. I would like to take this opportunity to once again congratulate all of our award winners announced today. Those winners who were announced today will receive their plaque or award by mail following the conference. Again, congratulations to the winners of the Section Awards, the Outstanding Facility and Parks Award, the Outstanding Program and Special Event Award, and the Exceptional Workplace Award. 2020 has been a year of firsts for IPRA and you, our members. When we concluded the 2020 Soaring to New Heights Conference, no one could have predicted what lay ahead with the looming pandemic. March 2020 hit, and we went from expressing concern for people in COVID-19 hotspots to canceling programs, closing facilities, halting travel, and transitioning to remote offices. Each day that followed sent us scrambling to redesign our agencies, our programs, and for those of us with children, figuring out how to accomplish all of this while homeschooling. In true fashion, we adapted. We adapted as an organization, and each of you adapted professionally and personally. As I reflect on the past year, I am choosing to focus on the positive aspects. Don't get me wrong, the recovery process will not be quick or painless, but as professionals, we need to look forward, formulate a plan, and take action. This past year, I've had the privilege to work alongside some outstanding professionals. I can say with great certainty, the organization is in good hands from the IPRA board to Debbie Trueblood, IPRA Executive Director, and the IPRA staff. These individuals work tirelessly each year to provide educational opportunities and continued value to our membership. We are fortunate to have solid leadership at all levels. Finally, I would like to thank the Oregon Park District Board and staff for their support this past year. I am fortunate to work for an organization full of talented and dedicated professionals. I thank each of you for all that you do for the Oregon community and the support provided to both me and the organization this past year. Thank you. At this time, I would normally present the 2020 Chairman's Awards, but this year we are doing something a little different and mixing it up a bit. This year, as part of our virtual conference schedule, the usual awards ceremony has been split up into two parts. The IPRA awards ceremony will be later today at 3 until 3:45 p.m. We will be announcing the Chairman's Awards during the IPRA awards ceremony. You will not want to miss it. At this time, it is my honor to welcome back the IPRA past chairman, Jeff Fougeroux, for the swearing in of our new board members and section board members.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Fougeroux. As the past chairman of the Illinois Park and Recreation Association, it is my responsibility to swear in the new 2021 IPRA Board of Directors and IPRA section boards, and to ask them to pledge their support of IPRA's goals, missions, and bylaws. Wherever you are as you watch this, I ask that the 2021 Board of Directors and section boards please stand up now where you are to take the oath of office. If you're watching this with a colleague who is being sworn in today, I ask you to take in this solemn occasion and support your colleague in this very special moment. The Illinois Park and Recreation Association is a statewide not-for-profit organization serving individuals, agencies, corporations, and citizens involved in the delivery and protection of quality of park and recreation services and the environment. It is our mission to provide and promote exceptional standards of education, networking, and resources for all professionals in the Illinois park, recreation, and conservation communities. Will the IPRA board members and section boards please raise your right hand? Do you, as board members and section boards of the Illinois Park and Recreation Association, having been chosen by the membership, give leadership, bear true faith and allegiance, take the obligation freely, without reservation or purpose or evasion, and faithfully discharge the duties of board member or section board while pledging to fulfill the association's mission, governance, and ethical standards? Please say, I do. As the past chairman of IPRA, I therefore declare you officially installed as elected board members and section board members for 2021. If you are watching this with a colleague who is being sworn in today, please take a moment and celebrate with them. I join the entire IPRA membership in wishing you success in this endeavor and pledge to you on behalf of all members our full support as we work with you to face the future and challenges ahead. Good luck and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce the 2021 IPRA Board Chairman, Doug Damry, the Executive Director of Parks and Recreation for the Normal Parks and Recreation Department.
At this time, it is my pleasure to formally recognize Aaron Folk as our outgoing chair. Aaron is a great leader of Parks and Recreation in her community and has done a wonderful job leading IPRA through some unique challenges this year. Aaron, thank you for all you have done for IPRA this year. For those of you that don't know me, I am Doug Damry, Director of Parks and Recreation for the town of Normal, a Saluki and Redbird territory. I started in Illinois at the Itasca Park District for 8.5 years before becoming the Executive Director of the Washington Park District for 14 years, before moving to my current position at the town of Normal 4 years ago. Probably my biggest claim to fame is that just over 7 years ago, on November 17, 2013, while living in the city of Washington as the Executive Director of the Washington Park District, our community was hit by an EF4 tornado destroying over 1,000 homes and gutting a large portion of this small town. Unfortunately, I include my house in that number. My family and I were in a closet under the basement stairs. Our house was completely leveled to the subfloor. There were piles of debris where houses used to be. There were nails, broken glass, and all kinds of sharp objects. The gas lines were hissing from all the missing houses. Now, after this, of course, my wife, a nurse, and our son, we made our daughter stay in the closet to stay safe. We went from house to house to see if anyone needed help. I honestly do not remember many details of that day, as I was in a bit of a fog. I do remember assisting others as we carried the neighbor from across the street who had recently had knee surgery and barely made it to her basement up debris-covered stairs. I also remember the numerous text messages I received from family, friends, as well as all my Parks and Recreation colleagues from across the state, asking, "Are you okay? Do you need any help?" I think many of my Chicagoland network were either at the Bears game or watching the Bears game that day, as they later recounted their stories to me about the game being suspended due to weather and how they heard about the tornado. Many of my network connections through IPRA, and many I did not necessarily know personally at the time, were looking for any way to help support me and support the City of Washington and the Washington Park District. Over the next several weeks, 33 park districts and parks and recreation agencies spent over 1,500 man-hours assisting with debris removal. Others donated supplies, resources, money, and of course, even later trees. There are so many districts and agencies that came to Washington to assist, and I'm sure that there are many that I don't even know about. Thanks to IPRA, IAPD, and all of my professional colleagues throughout this network, we work together to help Washington work through recovering from this disaster. Now, this story is not about me and my experience that day. It's an example of how all of you responded to these events and how we all work together and support each other. So here we are, just putting 2020 in the rearview mirror, where we are all experiencing a different kind of disaster. And during the past year, I've seen the same response that I experienced 7 years ago, except since we are all experiencing the same challenges, we have reached out to support and provide guidance to each other as we try to handle this disaster and get back to normal. See what I did there? Back to normal Parks and Rec. Anyway, during the upcoming year, IPRA will focus on providing educational and professional development opportunities and resources when you need it the most. Debbie has been saying the following motto for the last several months: how can we be there for our members when they need us the most, when they can't afford to pay for our services? IPRA will continue to offer low-cost virtual education programs and virtual meetings for committees and sections. Meeting the needs of the membership where you are, saving time and money when many agencies may be struggling with both as we improve the quality of life in our own communities. This is a great benefit for those members in the Northwest, Central, and Southern regions that will greatly reduce time traveling, which is great for me being from Normal and expecting to attend several meetings this year. I encourage you to take advantage of these virtual opportunities. In addition, the IPRF has offered 2 cycles of disaster relief grants to professionals that either lost their jobs or were furloughed. They continue to offer scholarships in education and professional development. IPRA is also offering a limited number of grants for IPRA professional and advocate members who lost their jobs due to COVID-19 to cover the cost of their 2021 membership dues. Student members who graduate in 2020 and have not found a Parks and Recreation position will automatically have their membership extended through the end of 2021. This will allow you to stay engaged with IPRA and the professional network, volunteer opportunities, professional development, and the job board. I've experienced the challenge of a disaster and was able to recover with the help of IPRA membership. We need to continue to take advantage of the opportunity to learn, develop, and support each other during these difficult times. I assure you, we will recover from this disaster and we will all be stronger for it. It is this incredible sense of camaraderie and support that we give each other through our professional networks and the resources available through IPRA that makes this a great organization. I've always loved the Parks and Recreation field, and I think we play a special role on impacting the quality of life in our communities. But in Illinois, I think it is extra special because of all of you. Now I would like to introduce Debbie Trueblood, Executive Director of the Illinois Parks and Recreation Association.
First, I would like to recognize one of my colleagues on the IPRA staff team, Lynn Rotuno. Lynn is IPRA's membership and website manager, and she has achieved her first year of service with us as of May 2020. Lynn, thank you for all that you do for us, and congratulations on achieving this important first benchmark. I hope that you stay with us for many years to come. 2020 was a challenging year for all of us, but like all of you, IPRA staff stayed flexible and adapted to new ways to serve our mission. In fact, all of the major goals that we set out to do in 2020, we accomplished in spite of COVID-19. We were intentional about how to serve you during this crisis. We provided you with ideas for ways that you could protect and advance your agency during these challenging times. We provided predictions for you about what to expect so that you could plan moving forward. We shifted all of our educational programs to a virtual setting, many of which we provided for free as a member benefit. In moving these things to a virtual setting, we saw member engagement increase in every region of the state. From the middle of March when COVID struck until 6 months later in the middle of September, IPRA staff and volunteers hosted over 90 educational events, serving more than 8,200 event attendees. We were there for you when you needed us the most. We also shifted our largest event, this conference, to a virtual setting, creating virtual versions of everything that you love about conference. In this pivotal moment in our society, when issues of social justice rose to the surface for so many, we relied upon our experience advocating for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that began when IPRA brought in what is now called the diversity section into the IPRA family 17 years ago, as well as the diversity leadership task force that was formed in the summer of 2019. Through these two groups, we had a plan for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we put that plan on the fast track and did years worth of our DEI goals all at one time this year because this was the moment it was necessary. For example, we rolled out the new IPRA Champions for Change Award. This award will be presented for the first time ever later today at our awards ceremony. It recognizes an agency that is taking active steps towards diversity, equity, and inclusion. Second, we rolled out a 3-part educational series free to our members on the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion. At each of these 3 events, we had between 400 and 500 event attendees. Third, through our task force, we rolled out the new Safe Zone Conversation program. This service is available to IPRA members on topics of racism as well as LGBTQ+. We know that the best way to change hearts and minds is to talk to and listen to each other, to share our perspectives. And this important Safe Zone Conversation program helps agencies to take those first steps to become a more welcoming and inclusive environment. Also this year, IPRA rolled out our new Forest Preserve and Conservation District Task Force. This task force has already identified many new ways that we can better serve our Forest Preserve and Conservation District members. Also this year, we've leveraged our relationships with our vendor partners to better serve you during this challenging time. For example, we leveraged our relationship with Sourcewell to bring you group purchasing discounts so that you could better spend your tight budget. Further, through Sourcewell, we were able to help you access things like cleaning supplies and hand sanitizer at a group purchasing rate at a time that we knew you really needed it. Further, through our relationship with Playcore and their affiliates, Game Time and Cunningham Recreation, we distributed more than $1 million in playground grants all over the state for those of you who were installing playgrounds this year. Through our relationship with the National Fitness Campaign, we distributed more than 30 grants to agencies to help you afford to install a fitness court outside at your facilities, because we know that outdoor fitness is particularly important during this public health crisis. As you heard from our Finance Committee Chair, Tim Clear, 2020 was a financially challenging year for us, as it was for many of you. But for us, 2021 will be tougher yet. However, IPRA is well positioned to weather this storm. Through careful financial management and using just 7% of our reserves, we will be able to keep almost all of our programs intact and make room to bring you new programs and services when you need us the most. This year, I was proud to support and to be affiliated with the Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation, IPRF. They too have extended themselves to serve you better during this challenging time. First, they have distributed almost $40,000 in disaster relief personal assistance grants. These are checks to individual IPRA members who lost their jobs or were furloughed this year. Also, they have leveraged their scholarship fund to bring more scholarships to students and professionals so that they can continue to access professional development during this time of tight budgets. I want to specifically say thank you to the outgoing IPRF Board Chair, Mike Clark. Mike has been the chair of our foundation since it began 8.5 years ago. That is a long time to be a chair. And his leadership is the cornerstone to the success of the foundation. And he and his peers on the IPRF board have evolved the foundation to a place where it now has a legacy that will be there for our IPRA members for many, many years to come. Thank you, Mike. I also want to say thank you to two other members of the IPRF board, John Wilson and John Curran. Not only have they been helpful on the foundation board for these 8 years, but also they are now ending their time on the Joint Exhibits Committee, where they have served for more than 30 years. Their impact on our conference exhibit hall is expansive. And so again, thank you to John Wilson and John Curran for your more than 3 decades of service on the Joint Exhibits Committee. To the IPRA staff, I want to say thank you. You too have gone above and beyond like so many of our members this year. In fact, by April 7th, just 3 weeks into this COVID experience, our staff, along with the consultant, Jared Scheineman, we had a staff-driven 18-month strategic plan to help IPRA and our members get through this COVID era. The IPRA staff never missed a beat, and I am so grateful to each of you. I also want to say thank you to the 2020 IPRA board. You too were asked to do so much more than normal this year. And every step of the way, you supported not just me, but also the IPRA staff and all of our members, for whom you were terrific advocates this year. Thank you for your service. To our outgoing board chair, Erin Folk, I can't remember a time that I leaned so heavily on a board chair. We've spent many, many hours on the phone together this year, and I am so grateful for your guidance and your support. Thank you, Erin. To the IPRA members, if you want more information about our 2020 year-end outcomes, from our specific financial outcomes to the lists of committee leaders, please see our 2020 annual report. We would normally distribute our annual report in person at our annual business meeting, but this year we are distributing it through our website. So please look for that information there. For all of the award winners announced today and this week, those winners will be listed in the 2021 annual report, which will be distributed a year from now. In 2021, we will serve our members, both those who are employed as well as those who are now between jobs. We are here for you. We are better together, and we are ready for anything that comes our way as we learn, connect, and inspire together. I would now like to bring our new IPRA board chair, Doug Damry, back to close our meeting.
As the new chair of IPRA, I thank you for participating in our 2021 annual meeting. Congratulations to all the award winners. Please join us again today at 3 until 3:45 for the IPRA Awards ceremony to find out who is being honored with the Chairman's Awards, the Arts Award, and our other top IPRA awards. I also invite you to join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. for the special fireside chat when we will talk trends in the industry with NRPA's President and CEO, Christine Stratton, along with NRPA's Chair and Chicago Park District's General Superintendent and CEO, Michael Kelly. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your exciting first ever virtual Soaring to New Heights conference.